I'd like to discuss two things today, two different topics. One topic we discussed last year, but I think it's every year it's good to have a quick refresher course. And then the next one will be something new about Simcha Yom Tov. So the first thing I'd like to speak about is about Pesach cleaning. Pesach cleaning.
Cleaning?
Pesach.
I'm going to say that again. Say what?
Not for my wife.
No one wants to listen.
Pesach cleaning.
So I like to. Last year we were more marach in it. This year I like to be a little bit katzer. Do it quickly, a quick review. There's two parts to cleaning of Pesach. Min ha-Torah, there's an Isser Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh. You're not allowed to have chametz in your house. You're not allowed to find chametz in your house. You're not allowed to have chametz in your house. That's Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh. In order to be over on Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh, you have to have a kezayis chametz in your house. And not just a kezayis, it has to be kezayis together, in one place. So if you have a kezayis, if you have a crumb here, a crumb there, a Cheerio here, a Cheerio there in your house, and they can't come together, they won't come together over Pesach, you're not over Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh. So for Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh, you just have to make sure there's no kezayis. Kezayis is pretty big. There's no kezayis chametz in one place in your house.
So the mashroom is just eating it.
Yeah, we'll get the mashroom in a second. That's an Issa Torah. Issa Torah Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh is a kezayis chametz. So you have to check your whole house to make sure you don't have a kezayis chametz in your house.
Is that the bottom line, or is there more to this?
Oh, no, that's not the bottom line.
The day is young, Mendel. The lunch is just begun.
Don't leave.
You think you get benched right after the first day?
Mendel wants to leave now. And sit, go home and say, we're done.
We're doing
This is the 3-minute thought of the day.
So that's the issue with the Raisa Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh. Now with the Raisa, if someone eats less than the kezayis chametz also, it's not the Isser, maybe a chatz yashir. But that's if you eat the chametz by itself. How about if there's chametz in your house, crumbs, and you're not going to eat the crumbs, but the crumbs end up falling into something else, or you put down something on a matzah or a piece of cake, and there was crumbs on the counter, and now you want to eat it, or it gets mixed into something. So there, the halacha is midaraisa. Everything is batal b'shishim. Midaraisa, if you have a little crumb falls into your big pot, it's batal b'shishim. It's mutter to eat it. The Rabbanan said that is an isser chametz b'mashruhu on Pesach, that even if a drop of chametz falls into a big pot of chametz of Pesach things, it's not batal. It's never batal, and it's a filled b'mashruhu, even though it's only a mashruhu chametz in a pot, it asks the whole pot. So when we're cleaning for Pesach, and we're looking to get rid of all the crumbs or making ourselves crazy cleaning, we're only doing that for one reason: that you shouldn't come to eat a crumb of chametz. For Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh, there's no problem. So you have little crumbs in your house, you're not even Bal Yirah Bal Yamatzeh. If you're going to eat it, then that's why we're doing b'dikas chametz. That's why we're cleaning your house for chametz, for the crumbs that you shouldn't end up eating the piece of chametz. That's why we make ourselves crazy to clean the house for Pesach. Now, it depends. If it's a place where you're not worried you're going to come to eat it, for example, maybe under your bed in your bedroom there's a little crumb of chametz. In the car, we'll get to in a second. Man. I'm very machmer in the car. Yeah. See why?
Car is a dangerous environment.
See why in the car? If it's in your house or in the drawers in your bedroom where you keep your clothing, and even if there is a crumb of chametz in there, there's no chash that is going to end up falling into your food. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to go emptying out all your cabinets in the bedrooms and all the places where you don't eat over Pesach. You're right, you have to check to make sure there's no kezayis chametz, which is easy. Check, you look around, even during b'dikas chametz, you look through the drawers, there's no kezayis chametz, you're okay. But for the crumbs, you don't have to make yourselves crazy cleaning out all the cabinets in your house where there's no chashash that if there is a crumb there, it's going to end up in your food, which is most of your house. Most of your house is that way. Where do you have to be careful? You have to be careful in the kitchen. In the kitchen cabinets that you're going to use. I'll give you another halacha. If you have kitchen cabinets that you're not using, you keep your chametz to kekelim. You don't have to go ahead and clean it out for every single little crumb. Make sure there's no kazayas chametz there. You close it off. You're not using it. Nothing's going to fall into your food. The cabinets that you do use to store your Pesach food, that you have to clean very, very well. You have to make sure not even a crumb of chametz is there.
No, but the one that you're not using, that you're closing off, and you're selling it, there can be kazayas.
Yeah. So we don't want this in the mechira. If you're selling it, yeah, you can sell chametz gomer if you want.
You see all the cupboards in the kitchen which are closed off.
Yeah, you can sell chametz gomer. But don't matter if you don't sell chametz gomer. So someone who's not selling chametz gomer, who's not relying on the mechira. He's not relying on the mechira.
You are, they're not. Sorry.
They're not.
No.
Even if you're not, if you're selling it, you're selling it. You have no problems. But tell me when you're not selling it.
But there's no reason to sell, say, glasses that you use during the year.
No, that's no reason. That's no reason. That's no reason you shouldn't sell them. You shouldn't sell any glass, even if you use them, because then if you buy it back from the guy, you have to table it.
Right. The chametz in the glass.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why in the star it says.
I meant the chametz in the glass.
Yeah, the chametz in the glass. No reason to sell. Blias chametz. There's no reason to sell. Close it. There's no bayirah by matzah on it. You're not using it in a Pesach. You're fine. And that's the nice amount of the cabinets in the kitchen. Because you're not going. Most of the kitchen cabinets you don't use a Pesach. You clean a bunch that you're going to use for Pesach. The ones that you clean, if someone has a Pesach kitchen cabinets, he doesn't use his chametz cabinets at all, so he has no problems. Clean it well, make sure there's no kazayas chametz, and then don't worry about the crumbs. Lock it off, and you're fine. You don't even have to sell it.
So when you sell your, when you told the Rav that the cabinets in the kitchen, which are closed off,
yeah.
We close off all the cabinets.
Yeah, you don't have
and
to.
Some just have dishes.
Yeah, you don't have to sell it.
He's just selling the chametz. He's not selling the
dishes, right? In the star today, in the star it says already that you're not selling the chametz. Yeah.
What's the value of the chametz?
There is no chametz there. Yeah. So you don't even have to sell that. If you don't have any chametz gomer in those cabinets, you don't even have to sell it to the Rav. Close it off. If you didn't, even though you didn't clean it well, there's no kazayas chametz in those cabinets. You're fine. Yeah, that's it. But the cabinets that you're using for
it's a fairly big chunk.
Yeah, because that's not so small. It's pretty big. But the cabinets that you're using to store your Pesach kekelim or your Pesach food, that you have to clean very well. That you have to clean extremely well. There shouldn't even be a crumb, because chametz is not bashal fil b'mashru. Clean it well. That's the kitchen. Now when it comes time to the garage, these type of places, you don't have to worry about it. Make sure it's not kazayas chametz. It's not going to end up in your food. Now the big question is sfarim, kids' toys, these type of things. What do you do with those? So if someone's not careful the whole year to use to eat chametz with this sfarim, he has two choices. One choice is go through all your sfarim and make sure it's not even a crumb of chametz, which is very hard. You have another choice.
Don't learn.
Don't learn, right? Don't learn the whole Pesach, right?
No, we're in something else.
Sorry.
That's
the easiest,
right? That's the easiest answer. There's another answer. Right. There's another answer.
Don't bring it to the table.
Don't eat. No. There's another answer, is that when you're eating, don't bring the sfarim to the table. Don't make sure your sfarim don't come to a place where you're going to end up where you eat. That means if you have a study with your sfarim, you don't bring any Pesach food into it. That means you don't eat in your study anything Pesach dik. You have nothing to worry about. Don't bring your sfarim to the dining room table. Because if you bring it to the dining room table, there's a crumb there fall on your table, then you have to worry about it. But if you're going to say, listen, you know what? It's too many sfarim for me to clean. It's too hard for me to clean my sfarim. Pesach, all year round I'm not makbid, and I eat chametz with my sfarim. Pesach, don't bring your sfarim to any place where it comes in contact with food. You want to learn? Stay in your study. Stay in a place where there's no food.
And if you're learning,
I don't eat there.
And you're learning and you see a crumb, Don't worry about it, and that's it.
If you worry, nothing's wrong with
Get
it.
rid of it.
No, so get rid of it. Yeah, by Rabbi Matzah, it's pachas because eyes. You know, even by Rabbi Matzah.
Just don't do that.
Yeah.
You could take the few sforim that you know you're going to be learning about.
Right.
Check those carefully.
Right, that's also a good
and
idea.
bring ones.
Well, that's what we
those
do.
ones you could bring to the table.
Right.
Like you have a palace for him that you know you're going to be using over there.
Clean those. Mary's saying very good. If you know that most of the sforim you don't use in your house, but there's 10 sforim that you can use over Pesach, clean those 10 sforim very well.
Right.
And then you're fine. The same thing with kids' toys. Sometimes it's very, very hard to clean kids' toys for Pesach. So what do? Some people make themselves crazy and they clean them. And then on Echram, you don't have to be careful. Or you could say, kids' toys, we'll clean that, there's no kazayas chametz. There may be some crumbs in the toys. The toys stay in the playroom, they don't leave the playroom. I don't want to see any toys in the dining room or in the kitchen where there's food. So if they're not going to come in contact with food, then you're okay again. But you have to be careful with that. With kids' toys is a problem. Or you could say most of them are locking up, and you clean a few toys very well. But the main thing is you have to decide what is going to come in a place where there's food and what not. If something's going to come in a place where there's food, you have to clean it very well. If not, then as long as there's no kazayas chametz, you're okay. Now, when it comes time to the car, you have also an issue. Because today, cars are dining rooms, and people eat in cars, and it's full of crumbs. And it's very, very hard to clean them, especially if you have kids in the car. In the back seats, you can find anything in the back seats of a minivan. So, what do? You try to clean the car as best as you can. It's almost impossible to get all the crumbs. So what you could do is either you clean it very, very well, make sure there's no crumbs, or you have the same policy. I clean the car well enough, there's no kazayas chametz. Maybe some crumbs, no food in the car for Pesach. No food in the car. You want to eat food, you eat it in the house. And when you buy groceries and stuff, make sure it's in a bag or it's in a plastic. Doesn't touch the floor or the seats of the car. So then you have nothing to worry about that a crumb of chametz fell into your food. But if you're going to eat in your car on Pesach and you're going to put down food maybe on the thing, then you have a problem. You have the same problem as the kitchen. So the main thing you have to decide is which place or which toys or which rooms are going to be in contact with food and which aren't. Whichever are in contact with food, you have to make sure there's not even a crumb. And whichever aren't in contact with food, you're fine to make sure there's no kazayas chametz and you're okay.
This issue is just for baby. Let's say a baby happens to see a crumb and it's in their mouth. Worry about that?
You don't have to worry about that, no. You don't have to worry about kids eating a crumb of chametz.
Why?
You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I'll give them. But you don't have to worry about them. Fine, that's the halacha of cleaning for Pesach.
So you're with the toys. You're worried about the toys transferring chametz to an eating place of adults.
Correct, of adults basically.
But if there's a crumb on it and the kid goes does what he says,
you don't have to worry about that.
The kid has to worry, not you.
You're not allowed to be Michael. You're not allowed to feed a kid chametz.
right?
If kids are going to eat a crumb, you don't have to worry about that. You have to make yourself crazy to clean the toys.
Same thing as playing with hooks. Kid plays with hooks.
Right, same thing. Yeah.
Give it. You can't give
Right,
it.
you can't be Michael.
But if you picks it up,
If a kid eats treif, you have to worry about it.
No, a kid eats treif. Also, Allah is you're not allowed to feed him.
I understand, but it's not good.
You have to, that's something else. So treif is something else. They say there's a chiluk between treifis and chametz. Because treifis is a Michael de Surah, and chametz is not. It's just a time of Issa. It's not. Fine. That's when we get cleaning. Now we get to a little bit of Simcha Yom Tov. There's the machlokes in the Gemara about Simcha Yom Tov, whether you have to have Kula L'Hashem, Kula L'Chem, Chatzir L'Chem, Chatzir L'Hashem. So we paskin that Yom Tov has to be Chatzir L'Chem and Chatzir L'Hashem. Half for you and half for Hashem. Exactly what it means, Chatzir, exactly half or not, we're not going to get involved in that for today. But we paskin, you have to have L'Chem and L'Hashem on Yom Tov. You daven, you learn, and L'Chem, you have to have also Sudas Yom Tov, that's called Chatzir L'Chem. Simchas Yom Tov.
You sleep a little bit.
Huh?
Have a nap.
Have a nap, yeah. Yeah, so we'll see if that's included in Simchas Yom Tov. We'll see. Well, that's what we'll go through today. Now, I'll share with you a word that I once heard, Hashem de Gra, and I never saw it inside. And he asks, why is Yom Tov called Yom Tov? Now, the Torah is called Chag. The Gemara already calls it Yom Tov. Right? We have learned that Yemi, Vayishal al Yom Tov. But why is it called Yom Tov? Means a good day. That's all it means. Yom Tov, a good day. So why is Yom Tov called Yom Tov? Where does it come from? It's Chag. Why is it called Yom Tov? So I heard Hashem the Gra says that in the word Yom Tov is a remez that you have to have Chatzi Lechem and Chatzi Lashem. What's the remez? Because if you take the gematria of Chatzi Lechem, half of the word Lechem, and half of the word Chatzi Lashem, Lamed Yud Kei Vav Kei, that's exact gematria of the word Yom Tov. Exact. To the number. Chatzi Lechem, Lechem is Lamed Chaf, Mem is 90, is half of that is 45, plus Chatzi Lashem, Lamed Yud Kei Vav Kei is 36, is 36, 18?
23.
50.
26.
26, 30 is no, it's 26 plus 30. It's 56.
28.
Half of 56, so 28 plus 45 should be 73. And Yom Tov is 73, exactly. So it's a remez that you have to have Chatzi Lechem and Chatzi Lashem. So we're not going to speak about the Chatzi Lashem, that everyone does, I'm sure, and everyone knows how to do it. Like Manfred has said, it can't go 8 days without learning Pesach. So it's going to be a Chatzi Lashem we're not worried about. We're going to speak about the Chatzi Lechem. How do you become the Chatzi Lechem? So
here we're wishing each other good Yom Tov.
Good Yom Tov.
Good Yom Good.
Right.
Good day, good.
Good day good.
Good day, good.
But in Hebrew it's Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach, yeah. Like Mayim Achronim Vasa. Right? It's the same thing. It's the same idea. But so the Gemara in Pesach and Avkuftas and Malach says, Tani Rabbanim, Chayiv Odom v'Sameach Bonav v'Nebesi b'Regel, Shenema v'Samachta b'Chagecha. Samachta b'Chagecha, you have to be happy on Yom HaTovim. V'ma v'Samcham b'Yayin, with wine. Yehuda Aimin, Anoshim b'Roy Lehem, V'Noshim b'Roy Lehem. Anoshim b'Roy Lehem b'Yayin, V'Noshim b'Mai, the Gemara says, with nice clothing. And then the Gemara says at the end, Tanya Yehuda b'Mesei Ra'imim is Mashim Beis HaMikdash Chayim, Ein Simcha Ela b'Basar. The only Simcha that we have is with meat. Shenema v'Zavachta Shlomim v'Achalta Sham v'Samachta Naflei Hashem Elakecha. What's Simcha in the Torah? Where do we see Simcha? What's called Simcha? So the Torah says Simcha is Basar. V'achshav she'ein Beis HaMikdash Chayim, Ein Simcha Ela b'Yayin. How do we know that? Shenemar b'Yayin Yisamach Levav Enosh. And wine makes a person happy. So that's what the Gemara says. Now the question is, how do you read this Gemara? Rabbi Yehuda ben Meseir says, Ein Simcha El B'Basar. Only with meat was Simcha. Today, Ein Simcha El B'Yayin Shenemar b'Yayin Yisamach Levav Enosh. So how do we paskin? So the Shulchan Aruch paskins, it's in the Tov Kov Chof Tes. Ketzad Samcha, one second before that. Chayv Adam Leah Sameach v'Toiv Leiv b'Moyed Hu v'Ishtoi Ubona v'Chal Nilvim Elav Ketzad Mesamcha Maktanim Lesna Maklois v'Agoizim v'Hanoshim Koinen Lehem Godim v'Tachshitim Kifim Emoinoi. Now it doesn't say in the Mechaber, doesn't say about a person himself how he himself should be Mesameach. But the Bir Allah over here says, and before it says that you have to be kavei sud al yayin. But here the Mishnah says that the Baruch says in Mefurish. V'anashim, v'zban shebeis hamikdash hayakayim, hayaichlin basar hashlamim l'simcha. They would eat basar of the shlamim for simcha. Uchidechsev v'zavachta shlamim v'chalta sham v'samachta. V'achshav she'ein beis hamikdash kayim ein yotzin yedei chayva simcha ela b'yayin. The only way you yotzin your simcha is only with wine. She'nema v'yayin yisamach levav enosh. Ava basar ein chayva lechal achshav kivish ein lana basar shlamim. Since we're not basar shlamim. So when it says in the Torah v'samachta b'chagecha, how do we attach the words v'samachta b'chagecha? So you think, be happy. What does it mean, be happy? You have to go look in the Torah. Where does it say the word happy? The Torah says, by shlamim, you eat basar shlamim v'samachta. So times in the base of that you had basar shlamim, that's how you mekayim the word of v'samachta. Now there's no base of mikdash, there's no shlamim. So how do you mekayim the word v'samachta? V'yayin yisamach levav enosh. Wine makes somebody happy. Now if you want to go use something else to make you happy, you enjoy fish, you enjoy sushi to make you happy, are you mekayim simcha with that? Says the Bir Alacha, l'chayri not. It says in the Torah v'samachta b'chagecha. Yeah, it says in the Torah v'samachta b'chagecha. You have to go looking in the Torah.
Oh,
so see by me in a second. What we get to? Yeah. So it says in the Torah v'samachta b'chagecha. What's simcha? Basar shlamim is simcha. There's no Beis Hamikdash. You do it with yayin. Yayin is samach levav enosh. That's when you mekayim the word v'samachta. Says the Mishnah Berurah, mitzvah yesh gam b'achilas basar. There's still a mitzvah in eating basar. Kivin shenemar boy simcha. Since it says simcha b'achilas basar also, and this is the big machlokes. The Beis Yosef doesn't say this. The Beis Yosef says that the Torah says simcha twice. Once basar shlamim. Once by yayin. There's no basar shlamim. So who says you can be mekayim simcha with regular meat? If someone decides he wants to eat meat and Yom Tov, who says you mekayim simcha with that? Maybe simcha is only, like it says in the Torah, simcha of a carbon shlamim. Basar of a carbon shlamim. So the Beis Yosef holds on a chanami. The simcha in the Torah is only basar from a carbon shlamim. Today, where there is no basar shlamim, ein simcha ela b'yayin. Only with wine. The only way you can mekayim simcha in a Torah is by drinking a cup of wine. Without that, you can't be mekayim simcha. That's the way Beis Yosef learns. The Mashal is medayik from the Rambam not that way. The Rambam learns the Gemara, ein simcha ela b'yayin means you have to have yayin also. Not just basar, but yayin also. So the way you mekayim simcha today is b'basar u'b'yayin. You have to have basar and yayin, and the Bir Alacha says, therefore there is no chiv to eat basar, or a mitzvah yesh gam b'achilas basar. There's a mitzvah to eat basar on Yom Tov. So if someone wants to mekayim the v'samachta b'chagecha,
Where's the Ramah? Does the Ramah comment on this?
Doesn't say anything, no.
So he would hold by the Mechaber.
He doesn't speak about it.
But he only speaks when he disagrees with the Mechaber, right?
Yeah. So he holds the Mechaber.
Right.
So if someone wants to mekayim the pasuk with samachta b'chagecha, you have to for sure drink wine, and maybe also eat basar. If you don't do that, you may have simchas Yom Tov, but you're not mekayim the pasuk with samachta b'chagecha. So if that's the case, a person that comes time to Yom Tov, he should try to make sure by Sudas Yom Tov he eats basar v'yayin. Otherwise, he's not mekayim the halacha.
And dagim wouldn't fit into basar.
So dagim l'chayr is not basar. As a matter of fact, Achrayim speak about chicken.
Yeah.
Is chicken included? Is chicken? And some Achrayim say yes. Chicken is the same thing as basar. Basar oif and basar, real basar behema is similar, and therefore you can mekayim v'samachta b'chagecha basar oif. Some Achrayim, very few, want to say that dogim, fish, also may be included. Now it depends. A person who doesn't like meat, to force himself to eat meat on Yom Tov, he doesn't have to do that. Because it's not simcha for him. Such a person, maybe should eat fish.
So vegans can get away with murder?
Yeah. Alcoholic vegan is out of luck.
I'm not going to go there yet. I'm not going to go there now.
A non-alcoholic.
No. What is
And
alcoholic?
this would be for every single Suda on all of Yontif?
Every Suda of Yom Tov.
Why can't you say that I'm Chaim at, like, by the night Suda? So I'm kind of.
Look, it says every day you have to have Suda.
Okay, so I did it for like the night Suda. I had Basra.
No, so the one of them you have to do it by day and by night.
Can't
have some.
You have to do it day and by night.
So milchik meals are mamish out.
Right, so a milchik meal, that's the question. A milchik meal on Yom Tov.
That's why you have some people have malchiks and then share everything. When then have the basar.
So that's why some people are very against having milchik sudas on Yom Tov. Because you're supposed to have basar v'yayin every suda. Now, there's some people who can't handle it, and to eat basar every single suda, for so many sudas, they start getting disgusted by it and they don't enjoy it. So there are hatayim to have dogim. There is hatayim to have fish. And it doesn't say a milchik suda without fish.
Right.
It's fish. Yeah. Fish, some people say, is also considered basar. There's a Gemara that says basar, if someone makes a different basar, is basar dogim included in it or not? So fish maybe is included in basar, so you'll get away with fish. But a milchik suda without even fish, then already, everyone's asking me, the pasuk of v'samachta b'chagecha. Maybe you don't have a choice because you can't enjoy meat anymore, so you'll go ahead and you'll eat something else instead of that. But to kind the pasuk v'samachta b'chagecha, that you have to be with basar, at least basar behema, basar oif, and with the evet, a lot of achayim would say you can be yaitzer with basar dogim. But yayin also you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a glass of wine every suda. How much? Let's say revius. Revius yayin is the pasuk ain't simchel b'yayin. Now if someone doesn't enjoy wine, okay, so go eat something else. But you won't be mekayim the pasuk of a samachta b'chagecha. In order to mekayim the pasuk of a samachta b'chagecha, it's got to be basar v'yayin. That is by men. Now by ladies, the Gemara says, Chayav Adam Samech Bonim LeMeisa B'Regel B'Ma Mesamchon V'Yayin V'Yudayim V'Anoshim B'Roilem V'Anoshim B'Roilem Anoshim B'Roilem V'Yayin V'Anoshim B'Mai V'Bigdei Tzivoinim V'Pishlam V'Guhotzim is nice clothing. So here's a big machloikis in Achrayim. What does it mean V'Samachta B'Chagecha by Noshim? Do ladies have their own chiyuv of V'Samachta B'Chagecha? Do they have to be Misameach? Or is it incumbent upon the husbands to be Misameach their wives? How do you look at the pasuk of Samachta b'chagecha? And you see there's a lot of big differences besides who has to pay for it. The Mishnah Berurah learns that the chiyuv for Noshim chayiv Adam liya Sameach. A person has to Sameach with Tayv Loiv b'moyed. Says the Mishnah Berurah, who mitzvah same in HaTorah? It's the mitzvah same in HaTorah to have Simcha on Yom Tov. T'chsev v'samachta b'chagecha v'nehages gam b'noshim. This mitzvah of v'samachta b'chagecha also is incumbent upon ladies. They have to also be mekayim the pasuk of v'samachta b'chagecha. They should also eat meat. They should also drink some wine, whatever wine they like. V'samachta b'chagecha. Now the question is, why do the ladies have to do it? Is this man grama? Why are they mechuyev this mitzvah more than any other mitzvahs? So the Shagasai speaks about it. He answers it. They're included in the other mitzvahs. Therefore, they're included with Samachta b'chagecha also. They have a chiyuv achilas matzah. They have a chiyuv of Samachta b'chagecha also. So Mishnah Berurah holds the ladies have the same chiyuv of Samachta b'chagecha as men have. They themselves have to make themselves happy by eating basar v'yayin. Rabbi Akiva Eiger argues. Rabbi Akiva Eiger says, no, ladies are not mechuyev with Samachta b'chagecha. The chiyuv is on the husband to make the ladies happy. How do you do that? Buy them nice clothing, whatever they like. If the chiyuv is on the person himself, so you have to be misameach yourself, you misameach yourself with basar v'yayin. But if I have to make somebody else happy, how do I make somebody else happy? By eating meat? No. By them eating meat, I make them happy? No. By buying them something they enjoy is the way you make them happy. So if Akiva Eiger holds the chiyuv v'samachta b'chagecha by noshim is incumbent upon the husband. He has to make his wife happy. Now, there's a few practical nafkaminas. First of all, do they have to drink basav yain? That's one. So another big nafkamina is that we are mechuyev to eat sudas yom tov. We have to eat basav yain. We have to wash. We have to eat sudas yom tov. Noshim, ladies, maybe are not mechuyev. If they're not mechuyev to eat sudas yom tov, first of all, they don't have to eat if they don't want to. And B is another big nafkamina. They say if they forget Yal V'Yavoy, if they have to bench over again. The cloud with Yal V'Yavoy is that if you're mechuyev to eat a Suda and you bench and you forget Yal V'Yavoy, you have to bench over again. If you're not mechuyev to eat a Suda and you forget Yal V'Yavoy, you don't bench over again. Rosh Chodesh, there's no chiyuv to eat a Suda. If you forget Yal V'Yavoy, you don't have to bench over again. Yom Tiv, there's a chiyuv to eat a Suda. Shabbos, there's a chiyuv to the Suda. If you get Ritzei and Shabbos, you have to bench over again. Suda Shlishis, where you don't have to eat, you can be Yetzer with other things, or with fruits. You forget Yal V'Yavoy, if you get Ritzei, you don't have to bench over again. By Suda Shlishis. That's the klal. If you're mechuyev, if you have to eat the Suda, you forget Yal V'Yavoy or Ritzei, you have to do it over again.
Is the Seder the same as other Sudas?
We'll get that in a second.
If you forget to say Yalav Yavo on Shabbos, but you do say Ritzei, you don't go back.
You don't go back. Right. On Rosh Chodesh.
On Rosh Chodesh Shabbos.
Yeah, you don't go back. So that'll be another bit of me to the Kiva Eiger and the Shagas Aryeh. According to the Shagas Aryeh, when Noshim are mechuyev themselves to have a Sudas Yom Tif, if they forget Yal V'Yavoy and Yom Tif, they got to bench over again. According to the Kiva Eiger, they forget Yal V'Yavoy, they don't have to bench over again. The lady went and she benched on Yom Tov. She didn't say Yal V'Yavoy. She doesn't have to bench over again according to Rabbi Kiva. Because she's not mechuyev in Simchas Yom Tov.
What do we hold?
So what do we hold? So the mice is a suffix. It's a suffix. And every suffix, bracha is lahakol. So therefore a lady, and that's everyone passes this way, but most places can pass them that way. A lady who didn't say Yal V'Yavoy on Yom Tov, she doesn't have to bench over again.
Or that one over.
On Shabbos, she'll have to bench over again because she's the mechuyev with the Shabbos. But on Yom Tif, they won't have to bench over again.
We don't bench also during Chalamai.
Yom Tif we do bench.
Oh yeah, I'm saying Chalamai.
Chalamai not. Yom Tif we do.
It's the same as women.
Yeah. So, but there's one difference. Pesach night, the first night, the ladies are mechuyev to eat matzah. Right, the chiyuv achilas matzah is also on ladies, not just on men. So therefore, if they forget Yal V'Yavoy Pesach night, they have to bench over again. Then they have to bench over again. But any other time in Yom Tif, where there's no chiyuv for them to eat a Suda, they don't have to bench over again. If they forget Yal V'Yavoy, they're fine.
And outside of Israel, you get the first 2 nights, right?
The first 2 nights, yeah.
So the second day Yom Tov, if they don't say Yalav Yavai, they do have to repeat or don't?
They don't have to.
But there is. I thought there was a chiyuv.
Suda?
Suda.
But that's for ladies, for men.
But women don't have a Suda?
According to Kivega, according to Shagas Aryeh, they do.
For the second Seder?
They do.
We hold. According to Shagas Aryeh, Kivega.
Sorry?
How we paskin?
Yeah,
So the Mishnah Baruch goes that ladies are mechuyev.
Right.
Yeah. Mishnah Baruch goes ladies are mechuyev. So if you can go with the Mishnah Baruch by itself, ladies forget Yal V'Yavoy on Yom Tov, they would have to bench over again. They would have to bench over again. But not everybody holds to it. Kivega argues. You know, the Baal Tanya says ladies shouldn't bench over again.
Should not.
Should not. A lot of places will say ladies should not bench over again on Yom Tov. Because it's a suffix if they're mechuyev in a Sudas Yom Tov. If they're not mechuyev in a Sudas Yom Tov, they don't have to bench over again. And every suffix bracha is lahakol. So they have suffix if they have to bench over again, they shouldn't bench over again. But some places when they say they should, they go with the Shagas Aryeh and they hold they should bench over again.
But everybody agrees that women are required for the Seder.
Seder night, the lady forgets Yal V'Yavoy, she has to. Yes. Right. Seder night, the ladies are mechuyev in everything like men. We spoke last week also, it's saying the Haggadah, it's saying the Hallel. They have the same halachas that we have for Seder night. They have to be mekayim the mitzvahs like we're mekayim the mitzvahs for Leil Seder. So that is all if ladies are mechuyev, if you're going to hold that ladies should bench over again, you can't go ahead. They can't have a tata the sasvi. Because if you're going to go ahead and say, yeah, ladies are mechuyev in the suda, and therefore we're going to hold that ladies should bench over again. Let's forget Yal V'Yava, they should bench over again. If you go with that, then you better make sure that they eat basa v'yayin also. Because they say, no, they don't have to eat basa v'yayin, but they have to bench over again. They can't do that. And between me and you, most ladies are not making a basa v'yayin. Especially yayin. So if ladies aren't going to making a basa v'yayin, okay, some are. It depends, it depends. It depends, It depends where. Certain ladies like wine, I agree. Here in our family also. But yayin, but basar also they should eat. Basar they should eat also. If they're not eating basar, and they're not eating yayin, and they're going to forget Yav Yav and bench over again, then they're tata the sasi. Then you shouldn't do the chul yama. So if ladies are going to bench over again, make sure they eat basar v'yayin. It's good for ladies to eat basar v'yayin if they could. Ladies don't like wine, they don't have to drink it. But if they do, then they should drink basar v'yayin, because the Ma'aseh and the Mishnah Berurah does go with the Shagas Aryeh that even Noshim are mechuyev in Simchas Yom Tov. And v'samachta b'chagecha is basar v'yayin. Now, that is all with the Gemara over here in Pesachim. The Gemara says that then Simchas v'samachta b'chagecha is basar v'yayin. A lot of Chayyim that holds that then Simchas Yom Tov enjoyment. Oynig Yom Tov. That's something else. Oynig Yom Tov is not v'samachta b'chagecha. Oynig is even to sleep. Right? There's also sleep. Any enjoyment you have on Yom Tov is called Einig Yom Tov. Now, if someone doesn't enjoy Basa V'Yayin, he may not be Mekayim V'Samachta B'Chagecha, but Einig Yom Tov is definitely Mekayim. Whatever he's eating is Mekayim Einig Yom Tov. So I don't want to belittle the fact that people enjoy other parts of Yom Tov besides Basa V'Yayin. And there's a mitzvah for that of Einig Yom Tov. But V'Samachta B'Chagecha, that says in the Gemara, you Einig El B'Yayin, or Basa, according to the Rambam, that is only B'Basa V'Yayin. It's not with anything else. So every person should try at least over Yom Tov to Basa V'Yayin, and definitely a person should try to be happy over Yom Tov. Besides that, and enjoy it.
Pesach, they've earned it.
Huh?
Pesach, they've earned it.
Yeah, they definitely earned it.